back to Keeping Up with Kristin. Well, today I want to talk to you about House Bill 6, which is the energy bill. As you know, it's a very complicated issue, and I'm going to turn it over to our legislative partner, Deb Hackathorn from Civic Point, our contract lobbyist, to kind of help us explain what's going on. And I know there's been some activity just this week, Deb.
Just this week, hot off the presses.
All right, so tell us about it.
House Bill 6 is known as the Ohio Clean Air Program. When it was first introduced, it would have generated $300 million from electric customers, and that money would have been used to offer some energy credits in terms of funding to the nuclear power plants in the state of Ohio, but also solar, wind, hydroelectric, and other clean coal alternatives would have been eligible for some of that money. About half of it, though, would have gone to the nuclear power plants. And the reason I say would have is that a brand new version of House Bill 6 was just rolled out yesterday, and as we speak, it's possible that House Bill 6 will get voted on by the House Energy and Natural Resources Committee this afternoon yet. In the new version of the bill that was rolled out this week, the chairman of the committee basically had expressed that he didn't feel there was enough cooperation from some of those renewable energy sources in supporting the bill. And so the new version of the bill essentially eliminates all of them from any eligibility to receive funding under the bill. So it's really much more focused now on nuclear power plants and some subsidies that will support their operation in creating clean air in Ohio. And then some dollars that can still go to traditional electric companies that had made commitments under previous laws that required them to invest in renewable energy to help them recover some of the cost that they committed long term because of that. One of the key things that the bill does now is it eliminates any of those requirements that had existed previously under the law for the utility companies to generate power through renewable sources. As of next year, they will no longer be charging customers for that, and they will no longer be obliged to raise or to get any of their energy from those sources.
As of January 1.
As of, I believe, January of 2020.
Okay.
And so you may have heard about customers having to pay a fee in order to support this clean air program. That is still part of the bill. However, they have reduced those fees in the latest version of the bill. So a residential customer by 2021 would now pay a monthly fee of $1, which is down from $2.50, which was in the previous version. A commercial customer would pay about $15 at that point, which is down from $20 in the previous version. Industrial consumers, larger industrial users, they would still pay a $250 average monthly fee, and that's pretty consistent with what the bill had in it previously. So the other thing that's in the bill that is of interest to people is that there is an entity called the Ohio Valley Electric Corporation, and that organization is funded by all of the electric utilities, or many of the electric utilities in Ohio, and they run coal-fired power plants, one in Ohio and one in Indiana. And this bill would also codify a recent Supreme Court decision that says that they can recover money for their operations in some new ways from their customers. So it wouldn't come out of this clean air pool, but it would allow them to add some additional electric fees to their customer base. So, what does that mean to you? It kind of remains to be seen. On your bills, what you would see if this were to pass in this fashion is that those renewable charges that you've been seeing on your rates, like a typical resident would pay like a $4.60 a month fee, those would be eliminated as of next year. So you would save those dollars. In place of it, you would have some new fees that we just talked about that this bill would impose. The $64,000 question really is when companies were using renewable energy to help provide energy to you, was that also lowering your monthly bill typically?
And which we'll now lose in this.
Yeah, and you would lose that because there will be no more requirement to do that. So those estimates and those calculations really have not yet been made because this new version of the bill is so new. But more remains to be seen. The bill may make it out of the House. The Speaker is still working to obtain support for the bill on the House floor. And what happens to it in the Senate or how the governor's office will feel about it, that also remains to be seen. So more news to come.
Absolutely. Well, thanks. That was a great update. Thanks so much. If you have any questions, give me a call. We'll get you to the expert over here. Thanks so much,
Happy
Deb.
to help. Thanks.
But for now, thanks for watching. Keeping Up with Kristin.